5:06, Nashville's Morning News on Super Talk, 89.7 WTN. Good morning to your friends. Hope you are doing well, and welcome on in to a Monday morning, July 21st of 2025. Hey, everybody, Joan's back.
Ta-da!
And she remembered to bring her voice. Thank you, Joan.
Yeah. Yes, thank you. Thanks for putting up with it on Friday.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. Obviously, the Dan Mandis throat coat helped.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And I brought it again this morning because it's still, it's a little crusty, but the throat coat is helping.
Now, I did make the joke on Friday that the happiest person with your ailment would be your husband,
My husband,
because you
yeah.
wouldn't be able to. Did he have any comments on my jocularity on Friday?
Oh, he thought it was great.
Really? Oh,
yeah,
good.
Yeah, he loved that.
Good.
Yeah.
All right, well, very good. Well, it's, again, great to have you back in almost full voice, and we are looking forward to a great show.
I hope I didn't give anybody here the cold.
No, I don't.
'Cause it's
I mean,
nasty.
no, I'm okay. I was having some problematic voice issues earlier.
Yeah.
During red eye, but I think those are gone now. I think the old voice is nice.
So none of us, like me and any of the listeners, understand how you do that many hours in a row on the radio. That's a lot.
Do you know, Joan, when you enjoy what you do and they pay you a lot of money,
There you go.
it's
I
all
think
worth it.
I'm glad you said that.
It's all worth it.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. All right, very good. By the way, I want to do, if Sam is in for, we should probably, 5:35, we're going to make a little bit of an announcement, all right? So 5:35. But Sam, I want to, if you follow me on X, that is going to be the Daily Dan poll on YouTube. We're a little bit out of source today because I just got off the network, but the Daily Dan poll today has to do with what I just got done talking about on Red Eye Radio, which is Donald Trump. Do you have you might actually have an opinion on this, Joan?
Yeah.
With the Washington Redskins and Donald Trump trying to cajole the owners of the Commanders to go back to the Redskins. And the whole point is that it's my contention that the president, he is threatening to derail the Commanders' stadium deal if they don't change their name back to the Redskins. It is my contention, as much of a fan and a supporter as I am of Donald Trump, dude, that's not your job. And Congress literally gave that land back to the owners, back to the city of Washington, D.C. It was federal land. Now it is, I guess, Washington, D.C. or city land, if you will. It's where the RFK Stadium used to be. And the city now has to decide whether or not they build the new stadium there on that land. But Trump came out with a True Social, and he said that he was going to restrict the Commanders from getting that new stadium and utilizing that city-owned property if they don't change their name back to the Redskins. That's not his job.
Yeah.
Am I off base on that, Joan?
No, I don't think. I don't think you're off base.
You can totally call me out.
No, I think. He's not only going after that, but he's also going after the Cleveland Indians.
Joan, it's the Guardians.
Yeah.
Have some sympathy for the Native Americans.
Sorry. Yeah, and that's just it. So, first of all, when that whole name change thing happened,
yes.
That was during the time that Dan Snyder owned the Washington Redskins.
Mm-hmm.
And the people of Washington, D.C., couldn't hate somebody more than they hated Dan Snyder.
Oh, I know.
And I'm telling you, it was deep. It was
passionate.
Yes, passionate.
Yes.
They hated him. So I think in part, yes, they wanted to protect the Indians, the Redskins, from that evil name.
Mm-hmm.
But they wanted to do it because they wanted to jab Dan Snyder so much.
So why can't they just change it back? Like, what is the big deal?
Well, now they're all dug in. They're all dug in now. They've got, everything says Commanders.
But woke is dead, Joan.
Yes, woke is totally dead.
And so
but
if
Washington,
woke is
D.C.
dead,
is not. Washington, D.C. will remain as woke as it possibly can at all times.
Yeah?
Yes. The D.C. is just the pit.
Oh, it is a pit. I've been there. Trust me. I know that. We're talking about what brands you would like to see return, because you had, Uncle Ben's rice.
Right. Aunt Jemima pancakes, yes.
Aunt Jemima, Mrs. Butterworth's was the pancake mix too,
oh,
right?
right. Yes. Aunt Jemima was the syrup.
Yeah, and we lost
Mrs.
both
Butterworth.
of them.
Yeah.
In a tragic, little period where, the wokerati were going crazy, running around like a bunch of zombies, killing brands left and right.
How about Land O'Lakes butter?
Land O'Lakes butter with the
Indian,
the Native American, with the Native American sitting there Indian style.
whatever.
And they took her off. Amy and I, do you know we went out and we did? I don't know if we still have it. Is it Mrs. Butterworth's the syrup that is in the form of a woman? Is that Mrs. Butter? Or is that Aunt Jemima?
Syrup in the shape.
Yeah, I think it was Aunt Jemima.
Woman.
Sam, do you know? Sam, was it Aunt Jemima or everybody's good? How is it nobody knows this?
It's Mrs. Butterworth.
It's Mrs. Okay, so Mrs. Butterworth's is Amy and I bought what we hoped was the very last bottle of syrup.
Oh, that's awesome.
Of Mrs. Butterworth's. And we also got Ben, is it Mr. What is it? Ben's rice?
Oh, Uncle Ben.
Uncle Ben's rice. Yeah, we got that too. No,
Good.
so I hope that actually those names don't go back because then our items will be worth a lot less. But if somebody wants to pay me like $300 for the last ever manufactured bottle of Mrs. Butterworth's syrup, I'll be glad to sell it to you.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to buy that, are they?
No.
No, that's fine. Whatever.
I don't think so.
Anyway, so I'd like to see all of those brands come back. It is 5:13, Nashville's Morning News. Okay, so Sam, did you get the Daily Dan poll up for? I'm giving poor Sam like 15 different things to do.
I'm having to manually update all the stream titles because Restream's giving me trouble right now.
You know what's so funny?
Dare they?
Do you know what's so funny, Joan?
What?
I actually sent poor Sam a note on Sunday, and I said, Sam, just so you know, this radio station sucks on Monday morning. Nothing works. And for you people watching on Super Talk TV, I don't know if you can see it, Joan, but Italy is in the background. You can't even get the logo up on the TV. That's what's happening.
It's a nice place to visit.
Yeah, but I don't want it behind me when it's
Right.
supposed to be the station logo. I'm told it's an IT issue. Do you know why it's an IT issue? Because nobody will give the producers the password to get it back to where it needs to be.
And IT doesn't answer phones.
No, not. It's got to be 10 o'clock or beyond, Joan. 10 a.m. or beyond.
That's right.
10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
And then you make an appointment.
And then you make an appointment, and well, I'll leave it at that.
That's a good idea.
All right, it is 5:15 at Nashville's Morning News on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. Time to check the roads.
Still working on that crash scene in Donaldson on Elm Hill Pike at Acorn Drive. That's it, though. The roads are looking fairly clear this morning heading in. Ooh, I'm seeing a bit of a delay on 65 in the southbound lanes as you're making your way through the Goodlettsville area. Other than that, it looks really good on the roads. Traffic every 10 minutes every morning on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
Thank you very much. 5:16 Nashville's Morning News on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. As far as your weather goes, Joan, what do you have for weather in the WTN newsroom? I know it's going to be hot.
Yeah, dangerous heat values with the values index rising above 105. Slight chance of thunderstorms.
All right.
Stuff like that.
All right, very good. It's going to be brutal all weekend.
Yeah,
all week.
All week.
All week. It's
and
going to be
maybe
really
even
bad.
into next week, according to Stefano.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right.
Hey,
very
it's
good.
summer.
Listen, it is summertime in Middle Tennessee. So what would you expect?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much. All right. Here's where we are going today. Number one, the reaction to Stephen Colbert. This is so priceless. The reaction to Stephen Colbert and the cancellation of his TV show is, as you can imagine, oh so predictable. So we are going to talk about that. There is an update on the whole Epstein case. We're going to talk about that as well. Part of what I thought was interesting, over the weekend, there was some polling that was done by the Daily Mail. And the Daily Mail came out, and one of the things that they said was that you would think that Trump's popularity is taking an absolute nosedive because of the whole Epstein situation. But apparently, Joan, it's not. A new Daily Mail poll shows that Donald Trump's popularity remains intact. Poll after poll, they say, has shown Trump's popularity and support waning with the whole Epstein saga, but that may not be true. Their new poll shows completely the opposite. The new Daily Mail poll conducted with JL Partners shows the opposite trend with the president's job approval rating at 48%, up 1 percentage point from June and his highest since May. So for all of this, and I think, do you know what I think part of what happens? I think there is the initial, oh my gosh, right, with Donald Trump. Oh my gosh, there's that initial, sort of shock and awe that the president did something or said something or wants to do something or there's a rumor. But then people just sort of, shake their heads and shoulders up around their ears and they say, all right, well, that's Donald Trump. Maybe that's what's going on here. I don't know. James Johnson, JL Partners co-founder, telling the Daily Mail in an exclusive interview that the discrepancy between the polls is telling. He says, remember, the pollsters who got the election wrong are telling you that Trump's approval is falling off of a cliff. They're wrong, Johnson says. Trump's support is remarkably solid. Now, this comes on the heels of last week where Harry Enton, of course, from CNN, also said that Trump's approval ratings and his support is still up there. Indeed, the Daily Mail's general election poll, they say, was the most accurate in the country, forecasting Trump's victory over Kamala Harris, beating out 20 less accurate major pollsters, 8 of which predicted Donald Trump would lose the popular vote. And how'd that work out for them? Johnson says a surge in support among men, Republicans, and those so important independent voters is really supporting the president's approval rating. Support for the president among Republicans is up 5 points since late June and 7 points among voters not affiliated with a party, those we would call independents. And do you know why I think that is? I think because, and listen, I'm not blowing smoke. I do honestly believe that Donald Trump has had the most successful 6 months of any president ever. I do. When you look at the border, you look at where we are with, the financials, you look at all the things that Donald Trump has done on the foreign policy stage, he has done things almost perfectly. Yeah, there's been some things that have, probably could have been done better, but he has done a lot of things right. And so for the president and for the president's supporters, including, by the way, yours truly, and I'm always, there if President Trump happens to, step out of line according to, yours truly, I'm going to call him out. Like the whole thing with the president talking about, holding up a stadium deal unless the, Washington football team changes their name back to the Redskins. That is not his purview. Donald Trump's whole point has been, no regulations, right? Remember that whole thing? And so he should not be butting into a private business and that private business and how they market their team or their brand. That's not the president's business. That's not his purview. And he sure as heck shouldn't be holding up a stadium deal that has already been, gone through Congress and back to the city of Washington, D.C. So I'm more than willing to call out President Trump. But the bottom line is, for yours truly, I do believe I'm among those who say that President Trump has had the most successful 6 months, first 6 months of any president, I don't know, probably ever. I'm not that much of a historian, so maybe somebody could fact check me on maybe another president that has had such a wide array of victories in his first 6 months. I mean, certainly within the modern era, Donald Trump has done incredibly well. Didn't
one poll have him getting 88% support from the Republicans?
Yeah, that was Harry Enton.
Yeah, 88%.
I believe that was Harry Enton.
I mean, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, so here's the deal. what did, and I'll speak for me. I will admit I was really angry and I was really frustrated when Donald Trump came out and he basically said, if you want to talk about Epstein, then I don't want your support. That really ticked me off. I was angry. And as I said, I felt like it was a gut punch. But now we are here several days later, and this is just Donald Trump doing what Donald Trump does. And he is like a family member or a spouse or whatever it is, where you're going to say ugly words and you get in fights and then you make up or you don't. But I think that, for me, I'm willing to cut Donald Trump some slack, obviously, not that he's looking for it from, little old me, but I'm willing to say, you know what? I'm not a Democrat and I don't deal with cancel culture. And so if that's how Donald Trump feels, well, then that's the way that he's going to feel. But I'm not going to abandon the guy that I voted for 3 times just because of that one comment. We are going to have to agree to disagree, because we all agree that Donald Trump has had one hell of a 6 months. That's what I'm saying. Audio, if I could, Sam, if you please. And coming up in the news with Joan Jones at 5:23. Joan, what's coming up?
Dan, coming up here at 5:30, Texas rescuers have just dramatically reduced the number of people they believe are still missing after those flash floods. And what a pilot did on Saturday that took everyone on board his plane by surprise. Those stories and more coming up at 5:30 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
528, Nashville's Morning News on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. Super Text line is open, by the way, 615-737-9986, 615-737-WWTN. Joan, I don't know if we've ever had a morning such as this where, like, not a whole lot is working today. So apparently the YouTube chat has been disabled.
Yeah, so
now,
what's up with that?
I don't know. No, I don't think anybody here would have disabled it. I mean, the powers
so you think maybe YouTube disabled our?
That's what the thinking is. The YouTube may have disabled it. And Sam, what did they say?
Learn why chat is disabled for your video. You may see live chat is disabled for this video. Here's why. YouTube may have turned off live chat on some content for safety reasons, like to protect minors or for other safety issues. Learn more about our community guidelines.
I blame Turd Ferguson.
Oh, yeah, he's the one that makes all those
I blame
racy comments.
I'm just kidding, Turd. We love you.
Yeah, we do.
I don't
see
know.
us on YouTube.
How do I look? Do I look good?
Yeah, you look fantastic.
Okay, thank you.
Fantastic. But I don't see the chat feature. Chat is disabled for this live stream.
Man, it's like the entire audience has been put on timeout. And what did we? You know what? We do have malcontents that come in sometime.
Yeah.
But we do our best to put them at bay. You know what I mean? So, and they talk about all kinds of stuff up there. You know what they may have been talking about? Do you know what I wonder? What were they talking about that got them suspended from YouTube? I bet you it had something to do with vaccinations.
Because YouTube is so sensitive to the vaccination issue.
Yeah, there's probably people on the YouTube chat that were like, vaccinations, they suck and the mandates were terrible and all this kind of stuff. And I bet you YouTube probably knocked us off for that. I wouldn't put it past YouTube. Anyway, we are running late. It is 5:30, Nashville's Morning News on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. YouTube probably knocked us off.
5:30 now, and I'm Joan Jones with your top stories.
Anyway, we are running late. It is 5:30, Nashville's Morning News on Super.
That was my fault.
That was on you,
sorry.
Joan.
Yeah, it was on me. I had the YouTube channel open.
But you know what? But you just took like 5 years off of Sam's life. But this is like day 2 for him. And
it's good for you, Sam.
The
really,
day's not going so well so far. All right, Joan, what's up?
All right, so here's the top stories. In Texas, the state legislature is planning a special meeting today. Governor Greg Abbott will address with them warning systems, communications, and infrastructure. It comes after a surprise assessment from rescuers there searching for those who are still missing after those devastating floods.
That number of missing people has dropped dramatically, and what we're expecting to hear from that special session is critical because from hard-hit county of Kerr County, that is where the number of people believed to be missing has dropped from nearly 100 to 3. That's a major difference. Overall in Texas, 7 people are still reported missing from these historic floods, and at least 135 people, including those children, have died from this 4th of July weekend tragedy.
That's ABC's Melissa Aiden reporting. A fast-thinking pilot performed an aggressive maneuver, and he had to do it to avoid colliding with a U.S. Air Force B-52 bomber over North Dakota on Saturday night. It shocked passengers, and it led the pilot to apologize to them.
Sorry about the aggressive maneuver. It caught me by surprise. This is not normal at all. Long story short, it was not fun, but I do.
Yeah, kind of hard to hear that recording. The SkyWest Airlines pilot said that he had no prior warning of military air traffic. As we start another week of temperatures in the mid to upper 90s, a reminder to always check the back seat for kids or pets before leaving a car. Well, now you can pick up a free placard that hangs from your rearview mirror that reminds drivers to check the back seat. You can pick them up at any health or police department in the state of Tennessee. That is the latest news, traffic, and weather next. I'm Joan Jones, WTN News.